It's Week 14 of the NFL, and we'll see Tylan Wallace. He comes in fourth in the NFL in receiving yardage. It's the Ravens and the Chargers, next on Madden NFL 24.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to historic Baltimore, Maryland and M&T Bank Stadium. Today it's a Week 14 matchup that should be a good one, as it'll be the LA Chargers taking on the Baltimore Ravens. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you look at this Raven team as they get ready here. They've certainly found their groove of late, winners of 5 in a row.
And I think the sky's the limit for this team. They're playing the best football that they've played in a long time.
Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Chargers, they're in a real groove of late, winners of 5 of their last 6 games.
And last week they put together a 3-touchdown victory and were never challenged in that game. Let's see if they have a little bit of a letdown here.
Two teams trying to stake their claim to postseason football. Week 14 of the NFL is underway. And we will not get a run back here to start. It's a touchback, and it will come out to the 25. Number 8, Lamar Jackson, trotting onto the field at quarterback, ready to lead this Ravens offense.
You enjoyed watching that game tape, didn't you?
Yeah,
last week's game.
Good. 4 touchdowns, 1 pick.
Now, you were a little upset about the pick. I didn't know if you would play him this week or not if you were the head coach.
Hey, they got the win.
You got the win, so you're going to give him another chance?
I'm going to give him another shot.
All right. I think the ratio's pretty good. He'll try to eliminate the interception, but he wants to keep that hot streak going, throwing touchdown passes.
They go play action now. Jackson. Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. Tui Pelotu got in and dropped him.
Well, we knew coming in it was going to be a long afternoon if they weren't able to hold up against this pass rush, huh?
What we didn't know was that protection was going to spring a leak on the first play from scrimmage.
Got after him right out of the gate.
They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
Well, anytime he reads man coverage, I don't think it's going to be the only time he'll try and hit that route to the outside in this game. He'll test the perimeter, but that time, they were up to the challenge.
This is taken at the 23. A 7-yard return following a punt of 45 yards. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. So here's the Charger offense making their way out. And a glance here at the veteran who will be leading them. Now in his 8th year in the NFL.
Well, he did go 2-2 in the last ball game. Well, actually, he went 2-2-1, with the 1 being the victory.
Yeah.
That's the bottom line there. But wasn't it funny at practice? He threw one when we were watching, threw an interception, and the defense got on him a little bit, good-naturedly, but it letting him know you got to cut down those interceptions. We can't bail you out all the time.
Yeah, 2 touchdowns, 2 picks, but as you said, they got the win in that effort last week. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Swinging this out for Pollard. Short completion, just 4 yards, and they'll be facing a 3rd and 12. We'll see what they have drawn up here, a little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a 1st down. Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. Maybe anticipating a blitz, and they jumped.
Yeah, and if we saw it, you know that they saw it. The bad guys might have been coming on that play. Had to pick them up, and they jumped.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to float this over the middle, deep. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there's not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
On is the punter Scott here as he gets this one away. Here's more on the return. Called out a 41-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And the Ravens, they'll take over. The Ravens heading out on offense as we look at the playoff picture in the AFC. And as we take a look at the playoff picture, certainly still a lot of jostling to go in these final few weeks. For the moment, they would be a wild card team, far from locked up, but that's why this is exciting. These last few weeks, a lot to play for.
So much to play for. And remember, 7 teams in each conference go to the playoffs instead of 6. And not to mention, remember when the league made that move a few seasons ago to put divisional games at the end of the year? So you get to week 16 and 17, you're playing for playoff spots, and you're playing divisional games. Couldn't be more exciting than that.
So a 5-yard run the other way in the wrong direction, and that leads us to 2nd and 15. Jackson. A throw taken in by Tylan Wallace. Well, this defense for the Chargers, they were terrific last week in the win over Denver.
And while you can't actually see confidence rising in a unit, you feel like you can. And when you look at this team, you definitely think that it is, because anytime you can tell your offense, just get us a couple of touchdowns, we got this thing locked down, that's when you know you're playing well.
Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first.
He's a talented runner, and that means he's always looking for bigger and bigger gains when he takes off. Certainly found some bonus yards there beyond the first down marker, and this early drive will continue with that extra jolt from his legs.
Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run.
I can't be sure how much of that was planned pre-snap, but it certainly opens up some avenues for their offense. And if he can stay a threat to break off those kind of runs, it'll pull defenders.
And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up 2nd.
Brings up 2nd and 17 at the 28-yard line.
From the gun, it's Jackson. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4. Here's Jackson to throw. He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. And now that brings up 4th down there. A loss of 6 yards on the sack. So 4th down coming up. John Harbaugh sent on the field goal unit. This will be, let's see, 38 yards out. And his kick here is good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The Chargers get set to go here for their 2nd drive. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession to try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses.
Without a doubt. They're the ones that typically end up in the end zone.
The numbers for him from a week ago. A boatload of carries, 79 yards.
And as we discovered in talking with the coaching staff prior to the game, going up against a team that struggled against the run has only emboldened them to run the football more. I expect 40 to 50 carries in this game.
First catch for him. It's good for a dozen and a first down. Looking to throw. Martin. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there. And it's 2nd down. Throwing again. Martin. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
They'll look to throw again. Open man here is Gentry. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. From the 38 now, here's second and a yard. Off play action. Martin. He's going to get this one out to his fullback. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. 7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. Back to throw again. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have the Chargers first down, and he was able to get it by plenty. A gain of 8 on 3rd and 3. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Pollard here once again, back-to-back catches. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the Ravens' 33-yard line.
Again, he'll drop to throw. He finds his man, complete. It's Barnett. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 12-yard line. A good pickup there, a 22.
Press coverage on the outside, and for defenders, that's the ultimate risk-reward. If you take the risk, can you reward yourself by keeping them on the line of scrimmage? But no, not on that one. Got the step on him. Now it's just a matter of laying the ball out there for him to go get it.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Operating from the gun, Martin. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
I think that was a good job there defensively. They did allow them to drive all the way downfield, but once they got their backs to the goal line, they really turned up the pressure.
Yeah, they let them get all the way down here. Now the field shrinks. They've struggled to convert, and that last incompletion brings up 4th. So they put together a good little drive there, but ultimately stalling out in the red zone.
Yeah, I know a lot of people look at it as a little bit of a negative. They didn't get 6 points out of it, right? Didn't get the touchdown. But that's actually okay. They got 3 points, able to give their defense a little bit of rest, let them settle down over there. So all in all, to me, that's a good drive.
And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete. When you talk about the defense for these Chargers, right now in the National Football League, they're ranked number 18 against the pass.
And I think you're going to see some changes in the offseason, whether it's through the draft, free agency, maybe even both. They definitely need some help in the secondary.
And Jackson going to have the first down as he will get to the ground to avoid the contact. I guess no need to force it when you can do that instead. First down, 18-yard gain. These two teams all tied after one. Second quarter now from Baltimore. It's the Ravens in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Here's Jackson. And incomplete on the deep ball. The Ravens at 8-4 now in the year, and they've certainly found their groove of late. Winners of 5 in a row.
And this team is absolutely playing their best football right now. This is the best that we've seen them play in a long time, partner. Sky's the limit as far as they're concerned. Their confidence really soaring.
And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
Heck of a play there to get to him quickly and get him down for a loss.
I think they did a really nice job getting ready for this game, scouting, watching film, and understanding defensively what the play design was.
Jackson.
And that's caught inside the 30. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain. Was that supposed to be a curl route and then he improvised, or you think it was designed like that?
I think it was designed because one thing quarterbacks can't stand is being crossed up on routes. They don't like too much improvisation. So most of the time when you see a play, it was drawn up that way, and that one was executed perfectly.
And the defender bit on the curl. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play. So a step in the wrong direction. Now they'll look to make amends on 2nd and 14. They go play action with Jackson. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
One thing I have learned, receivers don't mind high throws so much to the sideline, but do that over the middle to them, and not only are the DBs going to throw a little verbal trash their way, when they get back to the huddle, they're going to have a few words to say to their QB, aren't they?
Yeah, hung out to dry a little bit there on the high throw. Luckily fell incomplete. Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete. So 4th down coming up. John Harbaugh sent on the field goal unit. He made his first, this from 47 yards out. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. And they will take the lead here. This battle of field goals at 6-3. So we're trading first half field goals. No breakthrough on the touchdown front. Got a 6-3 game.
Yeah, and I know so many people look at a game through offensive eyes, right? They want to see how the game's played that way. You know how I'm going to view it, right? The defenses, to me, have responded well in this game. Like what I'm seeing from them, both of them hoping to keep it to field goals and not give up big touchdowns.
Martin throwing on 1st down.
Even against double coverage, he found enough of an opening for a noticeable gain. 2 guys on him, yet he finds a way to uncover downfield for the completion.
On 2nd down, it's Pollard.
And that's going to be good for a Chargers first down as the tackle made just shy of the 40.
I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of you are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the second half. But right now, I think they were just trying to get some momentum going. Get a first down, pick it up, and keep moving.
Now it's 2nd and 10.
Back to throw. Martin. And he comes back with one complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 60 catches for him now on the year. This last one, a first down.
Running right, it's Pollard. Down to about the 45.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
He finds his man, complete. That's Barnett. And they just keep marching right along. First down on a pickup of 8 there.
Pollard, he'll take it up the gut.
And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
Pollard gets it off the option.
Fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. The Chargers on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Looking to throw. Martin. Pass to the sideline and pulled in. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. A nice pickup of 23 on the 3rd down conversion.
But certainly as a fan, you get a little bit nervous when you see him make those kind of throws. But they work on that in practice more than we know. And most of them now know their limits. and know what they can get away with, and there's a completion right there.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
Gonna run again here with Pollard. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. A great effort there, with his 9th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Chargers have moved out in front. A strong, determined run there, Charles, to get in for 6 points.
This is why it's such a team game, isn't it? And I know that sounds really generic and it sounds almost trite, but the blocks were made up front, offensive line, collective victory at the line of scrimmage and downfield. And how about the finish to the run all the way into the end zone?
Extra point up and good by Dicker.
And that will make this a 4-point game.
Ravens 6.
This taken in right around the goal line.
The lane opens here. He's past the 30.
And he's all the way up across the 40 and down at the 42. Great return.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their own 42. Jackson now.
That's into the hands of McLaughlin.
So the completion good for 7 there. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at their 49-yard line.
Play action. It's Jackson. That's caught. It's Flowers. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. An excellent pickup of 34 yards.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. Throwing is Jackson. They'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave them with 2nd and a yard.
Well, we've seen Jackson already have success in the first half running the football, and he gets good yardage on the ground again there. I mean, I know it's a $64,000 question, CD, but how do they contain?
There's Flowers. He's got it. Touchdown, Ravens. A great play there. His 17th touchdown now on the season.
And the Ravens have regained the lead.
I wonder if he changed anything on his play sheet or they just executed better. Because they had 2 previous drives that ended in field goals. Before this one, they finally were able to put into the end zone.
Well, whatever he did, speaking of the offensive coordinator, might be using that formula going forward. It worked there.
Yeah, it worked very well. He and his field general in pretty good sync right now. They're starting to move the ball well.
Point after, right down the middle. And that gives them a 3-point lead. Here's the kick unit now for the Ravens as they'll send this one away.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. L.A. readies for its next possession. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Martin now looking to throw on 2nd down.
Drops this underneath for Pollard.
And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. And defensively, Baltimore's in a dime look here on 3rd. Back to throw. Martin.
He finds his man, Pollard.
And he's just going to be short here, barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches. On 4th down, J.K. Scott ready to punt it away. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. Returning it is Moore. It's a 45-yard punt, then 8 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over.
Zay Flowers and the Raven offense back onto the field.
He's doing what he's capable of, having a solid game. Not the most amazing game. He's not over 100 yards, but a good game so far.
And you just know that mentally he feels like he's one catch away from turning it into.
And now a fumble. The ball's out and picked up by the Chargers. And they will take over at the 26-yard line. And a little careless there, Charles, on that carry.
And it's not just having two hands on the ball. It's tucking it away. It's using your body to keep people shielded off. It's so many different things into taking care of it and having ball security. In that case, though, we didn't see it happen.
L.A. set to take over again on offense. As we eat closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
The 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll check in with Jonathan Coachman from Orlando. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half of play. Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. It'll be a loss of 8 on the sack, and it's going to lead him to 4th down. So on trots the field goal unit, and wow, this is going to be a challenge here. And this will be spotted on the other side of the field. It's a 61-yard attempt. And he missed it. It's no good. And instead of tying it up, they'll remain down by 3.
And now 2 problems as I see it. First, you missed the kick, which granted wasn't wrong with. But second, you set the other guys up with great field position and enough time to maybe get downfield and get a field goal attempt of their own.
A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. It's the second quarter. His team has the lead, but I think he's hoping for a little bit more production out of himself.
And we often talk about preaching patience to a runner when things are a little bumpy in the early going. But we have to do the same thing with the offensive line. They can't wait to halftime and make the adjustments. They have to do it from series to series. So those surface tablets come into play. Check out what the defense is doing and see if they can find a better way to run it.
So they'll search for that patience here now.
And he will have a first down here as they get into field goal range, down just shy of the 20.
The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Jackson from the shotgun. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. Now Jackson. And that'll be caught by St. Brown. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
And his kick is good. And that extends their advantage to 6. It's 16-10.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
So we're at halftime here in the Inner Harbor with the hometown Ravens on top. As we'll send you down to Orlando and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, we'll get back to you and Charles in a bit. But first, let's get to some of these scores around the NFL here in a busy Week 14. We'll start out west. Seattle making the trek down south to take on Arizona. And it's the Seahawks who are out in front in the second quarter. The Seahawks locked in a tight one, but this is a game you feel they've got to have. From there, we head cross-country to check on the Giants at home at MetLife Stadium. And they were losers in their ball game as the visiting Buffalo Bills come in and took it to them. Jalen Hurts, a touchdown pass in the victory. Lastly, let's get out to Jacksonville. See what's happening with the Jaguars at TIAA Bank Field. And this one going the visitors' way as the Texans have the lead in that one. Kyler Murray has thrown a touchdown pass. The Ravens were led in that first half by who else? The former MVP Lamar Jackson. He was on point, throwing a touchdown pass to help his guys take the lead into the break.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
Out comes the Chargers as they'll go on offense now to start this third quarter.
And they're on the short end of the scoreboard here. Charles, what adjustments, if any, do you think they need to make for the second half?
Well, paraphrasing the gold medal hockey winning coach Herb Brooks, I just say you continue to play your game. Throw the ball. They had success doing it in the first half, so make sure you keep getting the ball to your playmakers, a little bit more to the perimeter perhaps, but above all, play your game. And it's pretty evident that this passing game has been frustrated so far. They haven't really moved the ball the way we might have expected, but this is a good pickup here for the first down.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. They run straight ahead here with Pollard. And across midfield he goes into Raven territory. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
Here's Pollard again. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7. Is that one officially a loss of 1?
I think this running game, or should I say lack of one, is making this defense look better than what they really are.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage.
Now Martin to throw on 3rd down.
And that one too wide and incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
The Ravens offense getting ready now for their first possession of the second half. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 23. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin too.
Here's a throw right side, taken in by his tight end.
There's not quibble about the gain there on second down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
Jackson looking to throw on 3rd.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he will have a Ravens first down, and he'll have it by plenty as they're able to keep the drive alive on 3rd and inches.
Jackson. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. So he stopped for no gain. And that's going to bring up second down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. Third catch for him on this drive alone, and it'll give him a first down.
It's a nice zone breaker right there. Take the tight end, move him out to the slot, then have him run a corner route versus the zone coverage, which means he's going to be behind the shallow coverage and ahead of the deep coverage. Put the ball right on him.
They'll run on first down. Goodrich. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Running lanes run a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Here's Jackson. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down.
Now a pause, and there's an injured Raven in need of some assistance. The medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break.
Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. They're going to look to throw. And the pressure gets to him again.
Taken down for the 5th time this game. Multiple defenders there to get him.
This is a little hard for me to compute because I'm watching sack after sack happen, but somehow they're still behind in the game. I would expect all of this defensive pressure to translate to them taking a lead, and thus far, it hasn't happened. Time's winding down. They don't want to waste this type of performance from these ace pass rushers.
The Ravens send their punter out now as he'll kick it away for the second time. And he'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
And they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. The throw over the middle taken in. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That'll put him at 77 yards receiving for the ball game. It's a first down. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
Second down and a little more than a yard here.
Brings up second and a yard at the 43-yard line.
It'll be a handoff to Pollard. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1. This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. That close on 3rd down. I think everybody probably expecting a run. Instead, they go to the air on 3rd and short yardage.
I realize this is a passing league, and they're liable to throw the ball any down and distance. But that short, I do question the call. Run the football and pick it up.
And I'm not sure he got there. Did they stop him? They did. He needed a yard. He didn't get anything. And the Ravens are going to get the football back. Even though they didn't get it, probably the right call. Too long for a field goal and just not a whole lot to gain from a punt there.
Yeah, you wouldn't have really netted very much yardage if you pumped the ball, right? And the thing about a field goal, and you know this from so much experience, the longer the field goal, the lower it comes out off the kick, right? Which means it's got a better chance of being blocked. So you're taking a chance either way. I like the fact they went for it.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he takes us just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out.
4 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
From the gun, Jackson. And he slings one that's incomplete. Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
He juked him, and he will have the first down before he's tackled at the 12. Give him the third down conversion, 5 yards on the play. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Jackson. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. 2nd down. Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. Jackson. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. A 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Ravens add 6 to their lead. Circle that drive because that might be one to remember. Well executed to give them a little cushion.
Well, let's take it into the boxing ring. You talk about them commanding it, keeping the fight where they wanted to, whether it was in the center of the ring or putting them on the ropes because it was jab, jab, jab. And finally, the haymaker to put that drive away.
Jackson here, he's going to look to throw. And he's got it. So the try for 2 successful. And that bumps their lead up even further. So they go with a pass there on the 2-point try and able to convert it, Charles.
And a good job by the offense figuring out their 2-point play and using it well. It's interesting how people are using the strategy nowadays, though, isn't it?
It really is. And I don't know how much that particular play factored in. But with the PAT moving back in 15-16, that kind of changed things, didn't it?
It's really a part of everyone's strategy now. When I talk with coaches and when we sit with them, they always talk about they actually have 2-point periods in practice now, something they never really did before.
Now a crease here as he's past the 30. He might take this all the way. He will take this all the way. Touchdown, Chargers.
That was a special return, and it happened because he's a special returner. He has to have that approval from his special teams coach's head coach to bring it out of the end zone.
But let's be honest, a lot of times where they bring it out of the end zone like he did there, they don't have approval. I mean, I think a lot of times they do, but correct me if I'm wrong. Sometimes it's just a guy getting a feel, right?
You're exactly right. What's the old adage? Sometimes you just have to know when to break the rules. And if you do, you're taking on some responsibility. But he was happy to do so there.
Extra point up and good by Dicker. And that cuts the lead to 24-17. So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. And Baltimore's offense set for this next possession. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. They'll keep it on the ground. Goodrich. 3 yards on the pickup there, and they've got it back to 3rd and 10. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
On 3rd down, Jackson. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
And that's a really good job there defensively. They went into this possession knowing that they needed to get a stop. They're in a tight ball game, and they got it done. Great work to force the 3 and out. Got the football right back for their offense. They've got to go to the sidelines feeling pretty good about themselves and encouraging their offensive mates to get some points.
Call that a 46-yard punt with a net of 40 on the 6-yard return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 38. Throwing to start the drive. Martin throws a quick hitter on the slant. That's complete. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out.
Holding, offense.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Operating from the gun, Martin. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. 17 yards for the Chargers there as they've got themselves a first down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
To throw is Martin on 1st and 10. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and it's 2nd down.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at the 40-yard line.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. This is the National Football League on EA Sports.
Ball on the 40 now. Here's 2nd and 3.
Back now in Baltimore. It's Charger football, but they trail here as we get going in quarter number 4. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
A 5-yard gain on the play. First down, Los Angeles.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes.
Travis Jones,
he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues.
It has been a rough afternoon for him trying to get rid of the football. See, that's now 5 sacks.
How'd you like to be the offensive coordinator, the offensive line coach trying to come up with an answer for this pass rush? What blocking assignments do you change? Can guys play a little bit better? And we're seeing the end result on the scoreboard. Long day in the pocket for their quarterback.
He was able to pick up 6 yards there, so that leaves him with a 3rd and 13. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him, so when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field.
And it's intercepted at the goal line.
And the Ravens are right back in this football game.
Pass interference. Defense.
So the ball's moved to about the 1 after the penalty, 1st and goal. They'll try to run this one in, and he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. A great effort there. His first touchdown on the year.
And the Chargers are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th. We are set up for a fantastic finish now. A 4th quarter touchdown here. We're an extra point away from a tie football game.
And I know they're thinking about possibly going for 2, but I'd go ahead and kick this one and just get it back to level.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And an important one that is, as we are all tied now early in this 4th quarter.
And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
And as this offense makes their way back out, it's AFC playoff race time as we give you a look.
Now the current playoff picture, and you can see they are one of those 3 wild card teams, at least for the moment, but they have not clinched that spot, Charles. And look, their message has been clear. We're keeping our foot on the gas to the very end.
And how about the theater and the drama that's involved, partner? The best part, we've got a front row seat to it all. And I think this is obviously the ultimate goal when they added a 7th seed to the playoffs back in 2020. More drama, more teams in it late in the season, and more importance on games like this.
Well, he steps out of bounds, but not before he gets inside the 35.
It's a big play there for Baltimore. 42 yards.
Well, this game has certainly had no shortage of offense. Both teams have been revved up from the start. And here's yet another big play. point, both defenses have just got to be dragging out there because they've been run ragged throughout.
On first down, Goodrich. Give him maybe a yard. Quite the opposite from the previous big gainer.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
From the gun on third down, Jackson. And that is incomplete.
Back-to-back incompletions of what was once a nice drive. Stalled out here. I'm going to give credit to the secondary partner. Never gave up as they gave up a few yards, and they came through on that play to deny that pass and force the fourth down.
And his kick is absolutely perfect. And they have taken the lead here in the fourth quarter. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. And the Chargers offense back out and ready to go. And now they find themselves trailing following the field goal. Still a good amount of time in this fourth quarter, but this drive very well could determine the outcome of this ballgame. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. First down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards. Looking to throw, Martin. And that's going to be incomplete.
That was for the lead right there. They know they're in a position where fortune favors the brave. So they took their shot, but couldn't connect.
And second and 10, he'll look to throw again. Eluding the pressure right. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down. Now a give here to Pollard. And no room that time, getting it to about the 46. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a second and 9. Back to throw, Martin.
And that one's going to come up a little short. It's incomplete.
Well, that's a defense coordinator's got to be happy with that result. They took away all options downfield and forced the incompletion.
Here's Martin on third down. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him.
Multiple defenders get to him there, and that is the 6th time he's been sacked in this ballgame. But collectively as a defense, Charles, I think if you get 4 sacks a game, you're feeling really good. Now they have 6 as a unit.
And that type of a number is just staggering because there's so many ways to try and counteract it. But in this case, they've got no answers for this unrelenting pressure coming at their quarterback.
On fourth down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And he'll get credit for putting him inside the 20 as the fair catch is made right at about the 19-yard line. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return.
And they will take over first and 10.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up second.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Now a shot taken on third down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
Just because you got the lead in the fourth, it doesn't mean you have to play it safe. I like the aggressive play call there to push it downfield. That time, it didn't work out.
Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. So a change of possession here on the punt. Now the Chargers offensive unit ready to see what they can do here.
Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a 4th quarter lead. They'll run with Pollard to begin the drive. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. 38-yard line, 2nd and 9. A give to Pollard, running left.
And able to get this one all the way up to about the 46-yard line.
48 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
This offense so far on 3rd down, not so hot. 2 for 9 to this point. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Martin on 1st down. Looking left side, and it's complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. Martin now throwing on 1st down. This is caught. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. A well-executed 22-yard gain. Back to throw again. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A. A 1-yard touchdown reception.
And the Chargers have moved out in front here in the 4th quarter.
And all about timing there on that short slant, Charles.
Exactly right. That was timed up so well. The route, the throw, touchdown.
Extra point try now from Dicker.
And that will make this a 4-point game. That time a 6-play drive. And it ends with the Chargers getting into the end zone. The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more.
The Ravens offense now, they get set to head back on the field.
We certainly have a good one on our hands. They're trailing after that last touchdown, but now a chance for this offense to try to snag that lead right back here in the 4th quarter.
Jackson on 1st down.
He'll get this to Flowers, left side.
And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34.
And from the 34, here's 2nd and 4.
At the 34-yard line.
And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the 1st down.
Throwing is Jackson. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
Well, you need your best play here, no doubt. 4th down and 8.
Here we go. It's Jackson on 4th down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. John Harbaugh not afraid to go for it this time. Doesn't work out. And the Chargers will get the football back in excellent field position. So the failure to convert, no doubt, really hurts. But this one's not over. A good chunk of time on the clock and the timeouts.
Yeah, not only do they have the timeouts, as you just noted, they're going to get an extra one with the 2-minute warning. And that's going to help them big way. So in a sense, they have 4 timeouts in their pocket.
He's got a man complete. And this is caught. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown.
Dicker now to tack on the extra point.
And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Well, they got the ball in great field position. One play later, boom, end zone.
And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards.
Jackson and the Ravens, here they come. Down by 11, a minute 54 on the clock. Their 5-game winning streak hanging in the balance here.
Now Jackson.
And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Give them credit for excellent coverage, tight coverage. They're doing a lot of things that we talk about in basketball. They're causing disruptions in the passing game. And as long as that continues, it'll be tough for them to gain any momentum throwing the ball downfield.
Now Jackson.
To the sideline, and that is a heck of a catch as he was able to get both feet in.
All 3 timeouts remain, but they've got to score quick. It's 1st and 10. Jackson.
It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he's taken down at the 50 after a short gain of 2.
Throwing, Jackson.
And his throw's going to be incomplete.
And now the focus is really clear. They need to get that first down and either get out of bounds or maybe use one of those timeouts.
Here's Jackson. He's got his target. That's complete.
And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
Here's 1st and 10. Jackson to throw.
It's a short one here, complete to the tight end.
Here's 2nd down. Jackson.
And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
6 yards to go.
Now Jackson. And this is intercepted, and that should do it.
Sauce Gardner picks it off, and the Chargers are going to take over here at their own 22-yard line. With the points that we've seen scored, neither defense has been at their best, but these guys, they've been a little bit better, Charles, and a nice interception there.
Yeah, you're right about that, Brandon. Let's face it. It's not always how you start, it's how you finish, right? So maybe you have a rough game all the way along, but if you make a big play like that at the right time, it can make everything turn out just okay.
We got to have 2 hands on the football here as they run on 1st down.
Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds left to go in the game.
Another run on 2nd down, trying to cover up. And he will have a Charger 1st down, and that should be the one that gets him to the finish line.
And they'll indeed take a knee. Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout. And as the 2 teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
Yeah, it's fun to kneel down in front of your home crowd, but when you go on the road, that band of brothers attitude, right, just us against the world, and get it done, how happy are they?
I remember a coach at a previous stop telling me, you get a win on the road, doesn't matter the opponent, get out of there like you stole something. And they did in this one.
Well, somebody lit a fire under that offense during the break, Charles. Remember, they trailed at intermission. They come out, they have the big second half, and that lifts them to the victory.
And Brandon, trailing at halftime, we always talk about teams making adjustments. You know what the best adjustments usually are? It's just executing better. Because the game plan you put in place at the beginning of the week often still holds. You don't have to make wholesale changes. You just have to do it a little bit better, a little cleaner. And they did that in the second half, and that led them to victory.
So for the Chargers, it's a 10th win on the year as they move to 10-3. And they'll get another road date next week. Meanwhile, for the Ravens, you wonder what this will do to their playoff prospects as they fall to 8-5. And they'll try and turn things around next week as they have a date at Soldier Field with the Chicago Bears. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.